The Quakers look to make it back-to-back victories as they welcome Bishop Stortford to Blackwell Meadows this afternoon. Josh Gowling makes one change to the home lineup, bringing in Cameron Salkel for Adriano Moke. For the visitors, it's 4 changes and 2 debuts. Detrolio and Casarati joining Charles and Walker in the starting lineup, with Thomas, Robbins and McGregor out and Alemagny on the bench.
I think it's Harry Beadle who's going to take the throw. It's level with about the 18-yard line, there or thereabouts. He's going to go for the long throw. It's a flat delivery. First header wins by Yellow Shirt, then the second one's headed back up in the air by Darlington player. Header close range, hits the post, it's the foot of the post. A little bit of a warn on that from Darlington.
Yeah, I think it was Walker who got the header in the end, but as it comes in, it's flicked on. And bounces about a bit before eventually Zane Walker, not the tallest player in the box either, it has to be said, finds himself with a yard of space and gets the header, which just drops beyond Taylor off the outside of the post. First chance of the game falls to the men in yellow.
Along with Will Hatfield, Blaine Rowe the same. Ball clipped over the top, one for Taylor to maybe come for. He's gone backwards, he's been lobbed. Well, Bishop Stortford have got the opening goal there. That's poor goal to concede. It was just a hopeful chip over the top. Tommy looked as if he was coming and then he went back a little bit and he was in no man's land really, I'm afraid.
Just about 9 minutes on the clock and the visitors lead. Darlington were warned a minute or two earlier with Walker's header off the post, and this time they didn't watch as Ryan Charles came into the area. A little bit of uncertainty on whether to come for that or stay on the line, and ultimately finds himself in the middle watching the ball sail over his head. Tommy Taylor beaten, Darlington 0, Bishop Stortford 1.
Have another look, Mike. Tell me if I'm being harsh. I mean, it's just a chip over the top, isn't it? It's Lindley who ends up being the cover and defender.
I mean, I wonder if it's just being caught out by the ball over the top there, really. Well finished by Ryan Charles, and the visitors lead, and arguably deservedly.
Picks it up, gives it to Rowe. Dartford have done nothing in possession so far. Lee's back to Rowe. Gets the 1-2. Rowe bursts forward. Oh, it's a late challenge there, and the assistant's flagging wildly on that side.
It is going to be the first yellow card of the game, and it is going to be shown to one of 2 debutants for the visitors today. Amadou Casarati, I think, is he the one from West Ham?
From Welling.
Welling, the one from West Ham's on the bench.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. The Welling link being, of course, it's Gary Coatsworth today in hospitality. Headley into the well, it was trying to find Asante, but the ball was no good into Asante there.
Behind him, and it was easy take for Charles in the end.
Well, I would say, bearing in mind the opposition, and I mean, discounting for the wind a little bit, but I'd say it's been the poorest 17 minutes of the season for me, this. Ball back from Asante's a little bit short, but Darlington get Headley to place Salkeld in. Salkeld's going to get to the byline, pulls it back all the way across. Headley's there, great save by Giddens. Lovely little bit of attack down the left-hand side, and Hatfield didn't do a lot wrong. Good save, Giddens, and then Ngandu's being clipped from behind. Will be a free kick.
Like it.
There we go, we've woken up.
Lovely ball down the left, and then Salkeld slides it across. Hatfield gets the shot in, but Giddens positions himself perfectly and just saves with his legs. But that, the closest the Quakers have been, the first chance the Quakers have had.
Lees just eases his man out of the way, and then Lawler will play the ball back to Taylor. Taylor clears it right hand side. He's going to find Will Hatfield there, who was still coming back. Hatfield turns on the ball and then just plays it down the line, finds Blaine Rowe. Rowe, lovely ball inside to Hatfield, and Hatfield's going to burst past his man, plays it inside to Akwasi Asante, but just not quite enough quality on the ball to find Asante.
Far ahead of him.
Headley steps in though. I do sense that Darlington is starting to wake up, warm up, whatever you want to call it here. Platt into Headley, gets the run, finds Ngandu on the edge. Ngandu plays one through, looking for Hatfield. Hatfield almost gets on the end of it. It's a good last gasp challenge by the debutant there. Play the ball down the right hand side to Olafemi. Olafemi plays it forward, finds Headley. Headley to Ngandu. Ngandu to Platt, gives it back. Pitch is a bit bobbly today. It's in decent condition, but this time of year it's a bit bobbly, isn't it? Blaine Rowe's played it against his man there and been dispossessed. Chance for the counter attack now. Rowe scampering back. Shot from distance across the face of goal. Bishop Stortford asking for a corner, but referee doesn't think it was. We'll give a goal kick, but Blaine Rowe just had his pocket picked there.
In possession there, wasn't he? Yeah. And the shot from, I think it's Foxley.
Ball has gone past Platt there and will be a shot from distance, which Headley blocks. Taylor's scampering across to try and keep the ball in, and I think he just about did.
Let's have a look.
Interesting, because I had my eye on the assistant to see whether he was going to put his flag up to say it'd gone behind, but he didn't. Anyway, short corner's on. Short corner's on. Darlington a little slow to react. Ball comes into the box. It's turned around. Chance for the shot there, and Darlington can't clear it. Still can't clear it. Still can't clear it. Bombling about in the box. Shots in there. Put into the back of the net. Few boos ringing out there. Bishop Stortford go 2-0 up. Darlington had multiple opportunities to clear the line there. They were a little bit slow out from the short corner anyway, but then when it came in, the ball spent 2-3 seconds in the 6-yard box.
Probably even longer than that, to be honest. Just bobbles about. Nobody able to get a telling clearance on it, and eventually it drops. I'm not sure who to, and I didn't catch who was credited with it. As Scott tried to announce it over the tannoy there, because the fans' reaction, I think, tells you all you need to know. Darlington 0, Bishop Stortford 2.
Darlington have got work to do here.
Absolutely.
And as we said, it's only December, so this is a big game, you know.
It might have been Detrolio who eventually managed to turn it home. And
Bishop Stortford have 2 points on the road this season, Mike. 2 points.
2 goals at Blackwell Meadows today.
We were just chatting at half time. You do think Bishop Stortford, with such a poor away record, you know, if Darlington can get one before 65, 70 minutes in this game, could still get the win. Ball with Ngandu, edge of the box, has the shot. Giddens saves it to his right hand side, but it's a shot on target in the first minute of the second half. Darlington had a little bit of a flurry at the beginning of the second half, but need somebody or something to take hold of this game. Whether it's a I was going to say whether it's a fly and tackle or something, as there is a fly and tackle just at that moment, as I think it was Blaine Rowe, I think, putting his head in there and took a high kick. There's going to be a card. Oh, it's off. Taking my partisan head off for a minute. You're pleased that it is almost, but I don't see that's a red card. You've got to try and be unbiased, haven't you?
Bishop Stortford will need to defend their lead with 10 men then.
Does not look like 11 against 10, does it?
It doesn't. The sending off's done nothing. It's changed nothing.
Ball is with Blaine Rowe. Rowe bombs forward, then he finds Williams. Williams inside to Hatfield. Ball's like a hot potato, really. It is skipping up off this pitch. It is a bit bobbly, but there's just no option. There's nothing there. Salkel comes and takes it off him, and then he comes across. Finds the feet of Rivers. Rivers drops the ball off to Headley. Headley with a chance to cross, comes inside to Salkeld instead. Finds Lees. Chance for the shot, maybe, with a win behind. Toby Lees has the shot. Good save by Giddens. But it opened up for the shot, didn't it?
It did. All of a sudden the defence has been so solid, it just seems to part and leaves Lees a route to the top corner. And it's Jack Giddens flying up to his left that prevents the Quakers from getting one back. It's something.
Headley's going to take the corner, right hand side, tin shed end. Finds Asante on the left hand side. He drops it off, nice ball. But Darlington can't find a black and white shirt on the edge of the box. Everyone back behind the ball for Bishop Stortford. Ball's with Salkeld. Salkeld to Asante. Asante then to Little, and then back to Lawler on the halfway line. Lawler to Lees. Lees sees Williams making a run. Williams gets inside the box, pulls it across. Chance for Rivers to move his feet off the goalkeeper and off the crossbar, I think. And the
Goal kick.
referee says goal kick. Must have just hit the crossbar.
Just the crossbar then.
Decent, good little play by Williams. Lees found him, pulled it across. Rivers had the shot. Off the crossbar. Bishop Stortford lead by 2-0 here at Blackwell Meadows.
Is that a flurry, or is that a spike, or is the urgency gone up a notch all of a sudden? Is Jack Giddens about to have a very busy last 10 minutes?
Well, really, that's the very minimum that we should be asking for, isn't it?
It is,
as Darlington fans.
I haven't been satisfied with the half hour building up to this, but
Rowe moves forward, finds Asante. Asante gives the ball back to Williams. Flag stays down. Williams puts it across. Goalkeeper spilled it. Nobody there on the end of it. At last, Darlington starting to ask some questions though. Headley's going to take it. We've had about the 4 minutes almost of added time, so this will be the last effort of the game. Comes into the box. Asante back heel almost gets it goal bound, but then it's cleared away and Bishop Stortford will come away, and the referee blows the full-time whistle. It's greeted with a chorus of boos. Bishop Stortford came up to Darlington with 2 points away from home this season. They will go back down the A1 with 5, and in a calendar year full of poor moments from a Darlington point of view, I'm not sure if that is not the poorest.
quite possibly at the heart, a full-time whistle boo so loud that if there's a pantomime going on at the Hippodrome right now, they probably thought they were for them. Have the Quakers been good enough today? Oh no, they haven't. And they lose 2-0 to a side that, as Stu says, prior to this afternoon had 2 points and no wins on the road. They have 1 win and 5 points now. And ultimately the Quakers just failing to unlock the league's bottom side, despite having a man advantage for an extra half an hour as well, after what even we believe was a potentially questionable sending off